We bring in Michigan Congressman Andy Levin, a Democrat from the House Education and Labor Committee. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us. We have to first talk about the money issue. You know, there are very few Americans who think that the economy is doing well right now, even with some positivity. So what are you hearing from people in your district, and what do you think needs to be done now?
Well, I think, there's great news and very difficult news, Adrienne. I mean, the great news is about jobs and about good jobs. I mean, the Biden administration has created 7.9 million jobs since his term began, the most ever over the first 14 months of any presidency. And that's due to what the president and congressional Democrats did with the American Rescue Plan, investing in states and people, keeping small businesses afloat, putting money in people's pockets. But we really have to deal with this inflation. Just anybody who goes to the grocery store sees it. Anybody who fills up their gas tank sees it. So we really have to lower costs for the American people. And that's really our main focus right now. The House passed the Build Back Better Act, which would lower prescription drug costs, lower the cost of child care. I'm hoping the president will cut student loans. If he cuts student loans by $50,000, that would zero out 76% of borrowers, 30 million people, and give a huge relief to so many families. But we have to tackle this underlying problem as well, and it's not easy because the war in Ukraine is a major driver of it. And patriotic Americans are not about to let Ukraine lose its sovereignty to Vladimir Putin. It's affecting not just oil prices and gas prices, but commodities like wheat, so much of which come from Ukraine and Russia. So prices for cereal in the grocery store and bread and so forth are affected by this. So we have a lot of work to do. And I'm feeling great about jobs and determined to do everything we can to bring prices down.
Well, it certainly is positive that we have so many jobs, millions of positions open. But what's been challenging for many business owners is nobody to fill those jobs. So it's kind of like, it's got an undercutting theme of there is nobody to fill these positions. I want to actually allow you to hear from GOP Congressman Tim Walberg saying that the Biden administration needs a course correction to fix the economy. Listen to this.
Reduce spending, discourage people from not going to work, quit encouraging people to stay at home. The amount of money that the federal government put out, and then ultimately through the states, for people to stay home during the pandemic and beyond has been a real problem.
And so much of what you happen to say, while positive, it sounds like it's a lot more money just being thrown at problems that continue to persist. So what is your response?
Yeah, well, my dear friend Tim Walberg's like a year behind because the way we help people with expanded unemployment benefits and extended unemployment benefits, that's long gone. So that isn't something that Congress is doing right now. We're not encouraging people to stay home at all. We're encouraging everybody to get to work by pushing for good job training, by helping small businesses make it through. So I just don't see that as a factor. This is a seller's market right now. We believe in markets and supply and demand. Right now, the supply side workers and their labor are somewhat in the driver's seat, and so they're moving jobs, they're looking for a better job, and so that is a factor. But if you really believe in capitalism, you don't believe in ending markets, right? You believe that government should make policy to help markets flourish. So right now, let's have the United States drive the transition to renewable energy, to create tons of good jobs for these solar companies, these wind companies, these storage companies, the auto companies that are putting so many more electric vehicles out there. When we create policy that helps America lead in where the global economy needs to go, that's when our economy thrives. And that's a role I think that our government needs to do to drive the transition to a renewable energy world. And along the way, Adrienne, we're having some bumps. We've got to make more of these computer chips here in America.
I think
So
that's
we're
something
not-
that, yeah, your Republican and Democratic colleagues would agree on, because this chip shortage can't continue. The economy cannot handle what's been going on. I know that you also introduced a bipartisan bill guaranteeing overtime for truck drivers. And again, that's a way that Democrats and Republicans are on the same page. So we're happy to see some of that unity going on. Congressman Levin, thank you
Absolutely.
so much for being with us.
Thanks, Adrienne.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.